Most people think choosing colors for a website is about finding colors that look good together, but professional web designers think differently. We ask one question. It's how will the human brain experience these colors? Because color isn't decoration, it's a tool for directing attention. Here's something most people never realize. Some colors scream, others whisper. Highly saturated colors are the ones that scream, while muted colors are the ones that whisper. If several colors are screaming at the same time, the user's attention becomes fragmented instead of guided. That's why experienced designers don't simply add more colors, they decide which color deserves attention first. Designers call this visual hierarchy, the deliberate process of deciding what the user notices first, second, and third. It's what transforms separate colors into a single visual language, because great web design doesn't compete for attention, it guides attention. And here's something even more interesting. Many people think the biggest element always gets the most attention. It doesn't. A small object with high contrast can attract more attention than a much larger object with low contrast, because the human brain is constantly looking for what stands out. This isn't a design principle, it's an evolutionary survival mechanism. Long before websites existed, our ancestors depended on noticing subtle differences in their environment. A slight movement in the grass or an unusual color among the trees could mean food or danger. Although our environment has changed dramatically, the way our brains process visual information has changed very little. Modern web designers intentionally designed for that same mechanism to guide users' attention. Now here's something even more fascinating. Color isn't actually a property of an object, it's something your brain constructs. Light reflects from a surface and enters your eyes, where 3 types of cone cells measure different wavelengths of that light. Your brain compares those signals, and the result is what you perceive as color. Without light or without an observer, color doesn't exist. Once you understand that, the way designers think about color starts to make much more sense. Every color has 3 properties. Its hue, the category of color, such as red, blue, or green, its saturation, how intense or faded the color looks, and its lightness, how bright or dark the color is. That means the designer can create hundreds of visually different colors from a single hue simply by adjusting its saturation and lightness. In other words, a professional color palette isn't built by collecting lots of different colors, it's built by carefully controlling the variation of just a few colors. This is how designers create aesthetically pleasing color combinations, a concept you've probably heard of called color harmony. Many people think color harmony simply means choosing colors that naturally go together. In reality, it's about creating the right balance between similarity and contrast. Similarity creates unity, contrast creates interest. Together, they allow colors to feel unified without becoming monotonous or chaotic. Finally, colors never exist in isolation. The exact same yellow feels completely different on a white background than it does on a dark one, because our visual system always interprets color relative to its surroundings. That's why selecting a background color is just as important as selecting the colors placed on top of it. Great color palettes aren't created by asking which colors look good together or by following the latest color trends. They're created by understanding how human perception works, and that's the level of thinking behind something most people assume is simply choosing a few colors.